Boom, we're here. Good evening, all. You get me? Saint LFC, and we're back. You get me with your boy Saint. Well, go on. Hope you're good. And I got an explosive show for you today. You know, like that little Premier League preview. And we're gonna do up. Do you know what I mean? Who we think's gonna top scorer, top assist, all of that. Listen, love for everyone that's jumped in. Appreciate it. Try to give you as much notice as possible. But you know, when you're trying to get a bag of people, the scheduling sometimes ain't scheduling, you know, like that. So I try to give as much time and notice as possible. So appreciate everyone that's here nice and early. Gang, you know, like that. Please hit that like button for me. Hit that like button, please. I got a whole gang, top level content creators here. And I've put all of their stuff in the description. So please, at any time, go subscribe. Do you know what I mean? And support the gang, innit? On our road to 1200, we're literally like handful away, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. That would be greatly appreciated. If you're enjoying the content, I'm not going to let you all know now, innit? Let you know from now. So if I don't get no super chats, you know that the what's it called, the show's still going on that way. Got a bag of man in here, and do you know what I mean? We're going to be keeping up the conversations, talking about stuff. So it's going to be hard to get into the comments as I do normally. So if you are enjoying the content and you got things to say and you want to, do you know what I mean? Then support the channel with a super chat and I will get that read, you know what I'm saying? And I'll try and go through the comments as best I can as I'm, you know what I mean? As I'm doing my thing. So with all that said, housekeeping done, with no more further ado, let's introduce the gang. Start at home, obviously, always. My Don, my G. You telling me, Roms? Talk to me. You saying?
Bro, I'm blessed. I'm just ready to chop this up, man. This is going to be carnage, but let's go. You know
what it is, yeah? I'm going to do what's it called? Like host. I'm just going to try and make sure that the conversation's facilitating as it should be, but you know what I mean? I'm not going to jump in too much because we're not trying to do free versus the rest of them. So you two got the mantle, you know what I'm saying? And I'll just jump in as I can. And you know what I mean? Ish, what you telling me, my guy?
Say less. I'm good, bro. I'm good. You got a mad panel tonight. So yeah, there's a lot to chop up. I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet, innit? Let's get into it. I'm ready to go.
And one of the panelists already doing up madness and bring him straight in, you know, like that. Man, like it going that, my Don. What you telling me, rude boy? That's good.
Yo, man, I was literally just telling you a couple minutes ago, bro. I don't know if you guys know, but it's so busy this time of year. Like so much to talk about. Crazy. Transfers, season's about to start. There's just so much to cover. So it's a good time. Good time to get me on also because I think I owe you because last time I flopped on you last minute.
You don't owe me, bro. You don't owe me, bro. Our teams were doing up a madness. I know our team were doing up a madness. We had the whole stream patterned. I done everything was patterned. And then I don't know if it was you. Anyways, it didn't run.
Hey, so my team. I didn't show up.
It wasn't even you, bro. It wasn't even you.
He's honest.
This is a different account this season. Honesty. A guy was there. A guy was ready. It wasn't even a guy's fault.
I'm always honest. You just hear what you want to hear sometimes. I'll say something.
Say that. We'll get into some of these comments as well. But love it, guy, man. Love for coming onto the show. Thank you for being there. Now, that's the debutant over and done with. We got, do you know what I mean? Everyone that's in here, been here. Man like Patrick and that. Are you telling me? What's good?
I'm good, man. I appreciate the invite. I seem to be here a lot of times. I'm enjoying it. So thank you. And what's up, Igao? Roms, how you doing? And I don't know your name, so I'm just going to say DG. So
Ish, man, like Ish, yeah. Don't worry, you'll know Ish by the end of the show, man. Hey, come on, yeah, man, like Sammy. I hope you're good, my guy. All right, so my bro, this guy is hard working, and like Igal says, there's a lot of content going on. There's a lot of content at the moment, and so I'm very, very just grateful to have everyone here. Man, like Cass is slave labor, you know. Slavery's done a long time ago, bro. They ain't gonna be doing all of this work, bro. Now, but what's good, my guy? You telling me?
Not much, man. Just these Arsenal fans thinking they're getting top four comfortably now. With Chelsea making moves, I don't know about that. Changes everything for me. But other than that, if I'm talking about me, I'm good. I'm always good.
Good, yeah. Say that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Come on, big up everyone. I'll go. We'll get to the Arsenal thing. Let me introduce everyone in it. With the Arsenal thing said, He's finished doing up. Come down with me so we can bring him in now. Man like Ethan and that. He's telling me, making everyone in the background hungry and that. What's good?
I just finished my munch, man. It's slapped. I'm feeling slumped now. I'm ready.
We know.
I'm ready.
We know.
We can still cook. We can still cook.
Man's gonna be falling asleep on that on it.
You're gonna get that itis, bro. You're gonna get that itis.
He's kicking it already.
Just snapping on the line and that. It's so good. Nah, love for coming through, man. Come on, Big Six representative and that. Make sure you're going over and supporting the gang. This one, IG, you know, man like Latimus, you know, like he's the one of the old school OG dons of this channel. What are you telling me, Latimus? Talk to me. What's good? All right, brother, before you actually talk, I think Laporte from Barcelona wants to say something, actually. So hold up. Let me... I was
going to hijack the Wi-Fi and that.
Hijack the Wi-Fi. Hijack man's spot and that. Like, hijack man's
spot. You see Laporte put on the screen and that, be like, listen, Latimus can't make this stream right now. It's me. Nah, big up.
I'm doing Latimus. What are you telling me, man? What's good, bro?
I'm good. What is up with this title, man? Arsenal title contenders. Are we not doing this serious?
So let me get into this, yeah, because the guy wants to Egal, yeah. I was in a space with Egal, yeah, and Egal he will testament to this. This ain't clickbait. This is me just trying to, maybe it's a little bit clickbait, but it's me trying to gravitate to what people have been saying. Man was in the space, and man said to me that Arsenal will finish 6 or 7 points behind whoever wins the league. Is that or is that not a title contention? I'm asking you, if you finish 6 points behind whoever wins the league, was you at any point a title contention?
Listen, yeah, that's
all I'm asking. That's all I'm knowing about. Don't do that. I'm just asking one question. Is that or is that not? You finished 6 points behind the title. Was you in a title run that season? You was
honestly.
So if that's what man are claiming, then why are you trying to throw? When I'm saying like it's and Egal, did we hear people in there that was suggesting such ludicrousy? Am I making this up?
Listen, every fan base has people who are gonna say, you know what, we can do this, we can do that.
I take that as a
yes. The season starts. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did hear that. I've heard a lot of people saying stuff like we're gonna get 80 plus points. But first, I just want to get 75. I want to get top 4. I don't care about 85 right now. I don't think we're gonna.
I never asked. Yeah, I hear you, but people are trying to shoot me down for my title. Like man's just plucking them out just to do up clickbait.
He was in my space. He heard 4 or 5 people saying, you know what, they could potentially challenge if we do this, if we do that. But understand, there's a lot of ifs that go with that question mark.
It's always.
I didn't have enough. You know, with the YouTube titles, there's only a limited amount of space, and I didn't have space for the if. Man could only put that. You get me? Like, we didn't have space.
It's always ifs for Arsenal. It's always ifs. If we do this, if we do that, if Saka turns out being great, if Jack Wilshere didn't get injured, if we didn't get a red card in the Champions League final. If just do something for once, do something.
Okay, so what's Chelsea?
Egal, just to confirm, you didn't say any of this, did it? You don't believe it.
Egal didn't. Egal didn't go out there and put out the flames like I would have hoped, but he definitely didn't say that. He was just definitely.
I muted this space so many times. I told people so many times, chill with this whole title stuff. You know what? We could potentially go and win our first couple games. You're gonna see people moving mad. That's how it is. That's how football is. It's funny. You seen Chelsea last year. They won their first 3 games. They went mental. They were saying we're going to win the league. They're saying Man City passed it. You've seen that last season. Don't lie.
Like Latimer's doing up title contenders. I thought these predictions are supposed to be serious, not a joke thing. But amongst us, they will be in it. And like, let me say as well, in it with the predictions, yeah, we're obviously going to do 1 to 6. And we've all got to agree, and then we will get on to individual kind of accolades. And I think really top goal scorer, top assist is the main one, and then anything else that anyone wants to bring in, do you know what I mean? We can do that. 35 man up in here, nice and early. Thank you ever so much. Please, 20 likes. So there's at least 15. There's at least 15 of you that are. Do you know what I mean? Marauding as please hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. All right. So with no further ado. Let's get into it, innit? Let's get into this Premier League prediction, and let's see what people are saying in terms of, like I said, we're going to do top 6. So I'm going to go around. Let's start. Let's go bottom up. Let's go
Come
bottom
to me.
up.
Come to me. I'll start.
Yeah, I'm talking about in terms of let's go 6-1. But Ethan, you can
Oh.
start. We're
Yeah,
going 6-1.
I'll kick off,
Yeah.
man.
So what we'll do is we'll take everyone 6. We'll tally it up. We'll see what go on. Then we see what we can do. So
Yeah.
Ethan, kick it off, my G. What are you telling me?
All right, cool. I'm just gonna put this out there, innit? Roms, you obviously know how I feel about Liverpool, innit? So, I feel like City are gonna win it. Yeah, you get me. City are gonna win it. Liverpool, there's gonna be a little bit of a drop off. The wear and tear throughout the season will show that, but I know it doesn't look like that right now. So City around, I'd say 90 points. Liverpool around 85, with Tottenham contending between like. I'm going for 80 points, innit? I'm going to go Tottenham 80 points or so. And then Arsenal, 4th, I can't lie. Arsenal, possibly Chelsea. I haven't made my mind up with that one. Too tough, I can't lie. But we'll see. As it stands, I'm going to go Arsenal, fam. I can't lie. So Arsenal, then Chelsea, then United. And then that's it. Yeah.
You changed your tune since yesterday.
So hold on. So you said City,
City,
Liverpool, City, Liverpool. Who's
City, Liverpool, and Tottenham, very close. Like with Tottenham, Liverpool this season, it's gonna be neck and neck. I'm saying this from now. It's gonna be neck and neck,
bro.
In terms of points.
Calma, please.
No, bro, let man, bro. We're all gonna have a turn. You gotta let him.
I promise you.
There's certain things I can't hear those things. I can't hear him.
Liverpool weakened. Spurs have strengthened, bro. Trust you, the gap will not be significant.
Wait, hold on. Let me just say, Ish, Roms, and Saint. Does he not sound like Chelsea fans last season? Remember?
Yeah.
Does he not sound like Chelsea fans?
Yeah. Exactly like Chelsea fans.
Cool.
Exactly like Chelsea. And then man, them said,
you know what? Yeah. At least with Chelsea, we had a Champions League to sort of back it up with. They have nothing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But Latimus, I've got top 4 on Conte plus backing to back that up, bro. Fair enough. Okay. I can't hear the Chelsea.
That's not a Champions League. That's not a Champions League.
But you don't have form.
You can't hold that up in the air.
You don't have form. These man have form. Like when they were saying, like they generally have been title contenders. They know what it takes in order to be in that race. They had form. Plus, he's right. They had Champions League. You man have a better manager, and you've bust. You know what I mean? You bust top 4. Like, brother, top 4. The top 4 race is. I think you're underestimating how big the top 4 race is going to be this season. Let alone you trying to look up above you. Do you know what I mean? And that's no
I'm looking at runs, bro. I'm looking at runs. At the end of last season, when it was crunch time and Champions League was on our minds. Really, we won like 8 out of 11 games, bro.
All right, stop there. It's going to take you minimum, and I'm being light, and man like Patrick's laughing, showing bare teeth because he knows the levels, bruv. He knows the levels.
9 out of 11.
It's going to take you 14 out of 14 wins.
Which is why I'm saying contending, bro. And bearing in mind, we did that with Conte, no Conte recruitment, no pre-season, no additions, none of his players. Bro, when you put that all into effect, bro, I could put in the runs. Conte is a domestic manager. He's good at winning games individually and performance levels that don't really drop. Bro, why not? Why not? I've got the third best manager.
Spurs.
I wouldn't say the third best.
You don't. You don't
have
The max you'll go on is a 9-game winning. I don't think you'll even break double digits winning run, bro. You go on like a 9 and it will stop there. Trust me.
You'll go on a 15 unbeaten run. That's what you'll and you man will gas.
Which I'll take that, bro. I'll take that because I promise you Liverpool will not be as strong as before. I promise you.
All right, we'll see. On that note, big up Marco. Trust me, big up Marco Agostini, first super chat of the day MVP so far. Man says City or Liverpool for the cup. Arsenal, no chance. All right then. All right, let me go to Cass in it. Cass, what are you telling me? So we've got City, Liverpool, Tottenham. Was it Arsenal, Chelsea?
I'm gonna go Arsenal, man.
Arsenal, Chelsea.
Are we talking about here and now, or what I think at the end of the window?
We're talking about as it stands now, because we can't.
As it stands.
Yeah, because we don't know what's gonna happen.
As it stands now, for me, it goes City, then Liverpool, and then now it's going to be a bit more tighter. But I still think Conte gets third. Who did Ethan say where he's got Spurs might get?
He said third. Yeah, third.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. He probably got out in the Champions League quick time because he does shit in the Champions League and cup competitions. And then now that Cucurella signing changes everything, right? They got someone that can play left centre back, and now someone that can cover Chilwell. That's like, I'm not being funny. If you're an Arsenal fan, it's like Zinchenko, but you just had the upgrade big time. Like 2 guys that can cover 2 positions, centre back and left wing back. They don't need no centre mid. Zinchenko's great. Zinchenko's great for what. Zinchenko's great for what Arsenal need. Now Chelsea's Cucurella, I feel like he's got a way higher ceiling than Zinchenko ever has. But the thing is, Zinchenko brings a winning mentality for me. So now, as it stands, and I'd still prefer. Actually, no, I'll tell a lie. You know what? It'll be very close between Chelsea and Arsenal. Like even that front three, I know they got Sterling, Havertz, and whoever else, but I forget about Jesus and second together. So, but I can't put a 4th place on it at the moment. I'll be real, but I think
bro, get the splinters out of your arse and give me a 4th place right now, bro.
Because I feel like Chelsea, I feel like Chelsea's defense will be better, but I feel like Arsenal's attack this year will be a lot better. So and Chelsea do scrape goals. They've only upgraded on their front 3 because Lukaku. But then again, Lukaku scored 12 goals. It's so hard, man. Honestly, but gotta do it. I gotta say, Chelsea are more mentality. There's more mentality in Chelsea than there's Arsenal for now. So I would have to give it to Chelsea just to scrape it. But I feel like Arsenal will be in a. I don't think it's far off with Spurs either, if I'm being honest. I'm going to be real now.
This top 4 is so hard.
People in for a shocker, bro. It's true.
I thought 3rd, 4th, and 5th is going to be so... I've come to realization. Man United are not in this equation whatsoever as it currently stands. Nowhere near.
Yes, you are. Big man, you are.
No. Today, I
kind of we got a bit fuzzy. So just leave that again, bro. I'm just saying, got a bit. Yeah, God, but it's all you, bro.
No, I have to be honest. No, I deeped it today. You know what? Man United are not right as it currently stands at the moment. Man United are we're competing with West Ham, brother.
Jeez!
Let me get that again, bro. Let me get that again, bro.
You're the bro. Come on.
You man think you can come on your show and you think you're gonna get that again from me like that? You think I'm proud of that?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm surprised I got that. So yeah, like you get me.
As it currently stands, until the end of the window, I don't know. But I have to be real, man. Like I can be shameless as I want, but I have to be. I'm just thinking like, bruv, we might start with McFred in this opening game.
Can I ask you something, Cass? Is it a case of you don't think that you've improved as much as you would have won, or you think that others have improved more than you?
Yeah, that's the one. So you got to remember, like, no manager's a miracle worker at the end of the day. And yes, we've improved. I think the squad's it's a lot smaller, but I think there's a lot more better quality. And with a manager, like an actual coach, will do better. But at the end of the day, Arsenal squad's been together for 3 seasons under the same manager. Chelsea's been under the same manager for a couple seasons now. Conte is just Conte, innit? And I can't doubt the guy because he's a serial winner. So on that basis, as I said, we still might start with McFred, and it don't matter what coach you get. There's no, bro. McTominay's got to be one of the worst centre mids in modern Premier League history. In my entire career, I've never seen someone so shit. So yeah, man. It's a realization, man.
Can I put a question out there? Just whilst Cass is just collecting his salty tears and that. Like, I love you, Cass, but your team's dead, bro. What?
And we're gonna still beat. Watch when you come OT though. We're beating you somehow. In my mind, somehow we're beating you. I don't know where it is, but we're beating you. I don't know.
Allow it.
No,
I
don't care.
You might not hold 5, but you're hold 3.
No, you know what?
Holding 4, bro.
We got
you
minute.
No. You got to hear why I'm gonna come off of this part, yeah. Because no matter how much inevitable Salah might be, though, what gives me more hope is that your striker might not work out, and for like 60 minutes of the game, you might misfire because this guy might just be dog shit up front. You just never know. Do you know what I mean?
Or he might not even start, and you might get a man like Jota.
But that's one. But I feel like you just paid 80 million. You're in euros or pounds. I don't know. The only thing is, what gives me more hope is that you might use him for at least 60 minutes of the game and he might misfire. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not going to not put him on the bench. Like £80 million man on the bench.
No, I agree. I disagree, though. I disagree. You see, the thing is... The thing is, generally speaking, I hear what you're saying, but that only comes when you've got when you've got man that feel the pressure, Klopp don't feel pressure from.
Yeah, but Nunes does. That's why he got to psychologist.
This is why. This is exactly it. This is why I don't think, like I said in the sitting. I know it's a preseason game, but even if I said I don't think Nunes starts, like, and I don't think he'll play in there to start. But he will play. He'll bring him.
Let me give you some realization to football politics. Yeah, when you pay top dollar for a man, it don't matter what the manager wants. Your board will be telling Klopp. He's fucking starting, bro.
Not Klopp.
Yes, he will.
I don't understand how.
We'll see.
How?
We'll
He
see.
told your manager.
I will
Because
see.
your manager's not. No, because
Rephrase it. You don't spend that type of money for someone who sits on the bench predominantly. That's basically.
Yeah,
thank you,
Igal. What I'm saying is you're doing chess moves, and what you're saying is right. You don't pay that type of money for a man who won't play a game, sit on the bench. But if you're talking about a Man United at Old Trafford, brother.
I like to give you.
You'll come on in 40 minutes.
Let me give you some realization. Yeah, when Lukaku first come, how long was it before he got dropped? At the end of the day, even though he was misfiring for so long.
That's Tommy T. You can't.
No. This is Chelsea.
Hold on. Hold on. You want me to answer that? You want me to answer that? Okay, so he was injured. He came back. He came back from injury around December time. Then he was dropped in like January. He was dropped, I think, maybe before we went to the FIFA World Club Cup, and then he played the semi-final, and then he didn't play again, really.
But because those issues, politics, those issues between him and the coach.
There's two men in this league. But there's two men in this league that the board can't talk to.
Bro, I thought you said you're going to be neutral.
Klopp and Pep, you need to. Yeah, no, but I got when he's talking fire, I'll come back like, brother, you can't talk. There's no.
The manager never has full power of the whole situation, man. Sometimes there'll be pressure from the board and the back room and everything that you need to play your main man. We didn't just fork out 80 million for my man to sit on the bench for this game, that game, and your big game.
Yeah, this is true. Jack was playing while he was shit. Jack was playing while he was shit. Might be the remember Jack was shit and kept on playing him.
Oh,
I don't think that's the board saying come on, man. I don't think it's because of. I don't think the board was saying that to Pep. I think Pep was like, you know what, I'm going to play you so that you get this. Honestly, that's my belief. We don't know. Okay, cool.
Let me ask you this.
I mean, 1 second. Klopp did that with Fabinho, right?
Do you think Liverpool? 1 second, bro.
Sorry, Klopp. Okay, never mind.
No.
I'm saying Klopp did that with Fabinho, right? He cost like 60 M's. He didn't come in straight away.
Yeah, he didn't. Only because we had.
But he didn't drop him. He just didn't start. He
didn't start exactly.
It's not like
we
he
had
started
Henderson
him and he was
doing
like,
that.
Yeah, that's my point. No, but that's my point.
Okay.
I
think we're misconstruing things. Kaz, are you basically saying if he doesn't work out, you don't think they'll be able to be as ruthless as Chelsea were?
I'm talking about the third. We play third game of the season, right? So I think he might start against Fulham. He might not, but there'll be a period where he feels like I want you to get some goals. Klopp will probably think on history, like we slapped Man United typically at Old Trafford. Nunes might be great for this situation and might start him, but he might not work out. That's the whole point. That's why I said we could technically maybe. I'm not confident, but maybe we beat Liverpool at Old Trafford. Just the fact because it's a derby, anything can happen in a derby, and it's a new situation. Everyone's gonna be buzzing. Do you get what I mean? It can happen.
If you go back, you said we are beating you. Now it's maybe, but you said
bro. That's what I mean. You came with chest.
I said if. Yeah, I said we could beat you, but I'm saying if because 60 minutes of the game, if he's not doing that forward line thing for you correctly, then that's a bigger up on Man United. Yeah, but he might come on at half an hour and he's got less minutes to do things. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. There's a big. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
City better team than you, and our City.
One sec. Anyone that wants to clip this, you need my consent to clip it. I'll get it reported.
Cass is on this. It's my ball. I'm going home. Cass is on this. It's my ball. I'm going home.
You know how it goes. Like we're in the cage of football right now. If you want my consent, you need my consent to actually post me up. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. So if I don't like what I see, I'm reporting it because it's got my face in it. There you go.
I respect it.
You know what? I'm gonna clip you on purpose just to see if you report them.
I will report it. And I'll get burn accounts to report it. Actually, I'll get my 3,000 followers to report it. How about that?
Before we go to Latimus, I've got a question because Trudon put it in there, and I thought it was an interesting one. Still, Conte is not better than Tuchel in Europe. He's horrible in the Champions League. So who's that? Because I think Ethan said that he's got the third best manager, and it made me think. I thought, has he? Because Tommy Tuchel in the league ain't great, but you can't discredit his Champions League pedigree, and then vice versa for Conte. I don't think he's great in the league. He hasn't proved that he's great in the league.
With Tuchel, he's only won one Champions League. With PSG, bro, every year he had an attempt, and he didn't. What they got to the finals once.
He's not the only one.
He's not the only one with that. That's a bit of a poison challenge.
True. Obviously, he looks better in Champions League.
He got PSG to their first Champions League final. Let's not talk about these sort of things because we pick up Conte's history. Last time he was in the Champions League, he finished bottom of his group. That great Inter team that he won the league with. The only time he's gotten out of gotten us so far in the Champions League in the last decade is the round of 16 with us, and we got piped by Barcelona. Let's not talk about these sort of managers.
And what about Tottenham in the Champions League right now? Fair enough, we haven't won it, but we've always got the group stage.
What do you guys do? You're Arsenal in the Champions League. You're Arsenal in the Champions League.
Yeah, and we've always got past the group stages, bro. We've never been knocked outside the group stages.
Nah, big man depends on the group. Depends on the group.
You're sounding like Arsenal as well, brother.
Bro,
I can't lie.
If you want to flip that, for the amount of times we've been in the Champions League, we've got to the final, bro. That's impressive. No,
I'm not hearing that final.
That's not true.
We got six with that. We got six with the actual, the real deal, bro.
Going back to Cass's comment, big up 1975 Jamrock is what I was trying to say. Is I hear where you're coming from with the board, but basically none of those coaches has the gravitas that Klopp or Pep has. To be fair, I'll put him in that. But thank you for the super chat, man. Big up yourself each and every time. All right, let's move it on to Latimus, man. Big up, man, like Assad, the terrorist inside, talking about make sure that you do us. Now he's a terrorist. He knows fully. Blow up the whole chat if he wants. He'll put his finger on the bomb, blow up the whole chat. Man's talking about back us well. I don't know what's going on because a lot of Chelsea man themselves are like, we're looking a bit washed. Like, but obviously you got the acquisition of Cucurella. How you feeling? Give us your prediction. What's talk to me.
We may look washed, but I disagree with what you're saying about this top four thing. It's not that hard to do. Let's just actually be honest. I think Chelsea will finish top four quite easily. My top six is City, Liverpool. I don't see Liverpool dropping off. Even if it is, they'll probably be 4 points away from City or whatever. So City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, Man United fifth, West Ham sixth.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Where's us?
He's been consistent.
He's been consistent, Robs. Yeah,
he's been consistent.
He came on BSB yesterday and said the same thing. I hear it.
You know what it is? He's being edgy.
All right.
No, I'm not being.
Can I say?
You don't have a valid reason.
No, hold on. No, hold on. I do. West Ham are one of the best performing teams in the league last season. The only reason they probably didn't get top four is because they went so far in the Europa League. West Ham had the season you think you had last season, bro.
Yeah. Oh, and they've signed a striker as well now. No more.
Skamaka on that. Skamaka gonna do bits.
What did he say to get the ooze?
I'm keeping.
Hey, he's a baller.
And they're keeping hold of the best players, bro. There's no. It's not wild for me to think they can get top six.
Yeah, it's not.
No, but
it's more wild because for you, it's at the expense of Arsenal. That's what it is.
No, but
to say Arsenal finishing seventh.
Someone has to.
Listen. To say Chelsea and Tottenham will finish above Arsenal, you know what? That's debatable. To say Manchester United will finish above Arsenal, I think that a lot is going to have to go their way, and they're going to have to figure out their style and implement everything quite quickly. But now to say Manchester United and West Ham are also going to finish above us, I think that's a little bit of a stretch, and you're just trying to be edgy.
No, it's not. So wait. Hold on. I'm being edgy. The same man that said you have a title win. The same man that said you have a title win. I'm edgy. Bro,
yeah,
again, I've explained. I'm edgy. Okay, cool. I've explained the reasons why I think West Ham can be in it. Man United, I don't understand the disrespect to Man United. They are not as bad of a team as everyone makes them out to be. They had their
can I just stop you there? Wait. Yeah? How are Man United any better of a team than Arsenal are now? Explain that to me.
Thank you.
because they still have the same team that they still have the same team that 2 seasons. They still have the same team that 2 seasons ago they finished second in the league. The season before,
wait, let's hold on. This is what I'm saying, because that second team and the position was inflated, and you know it was. Hold on.
No, you can say the second was inflated. My point being, they still finished in the top 4. Like, top 4 is not that hard to do. I think Man United will be amongst it. There's no reason why they can't fight.
Yeah, but cool.
Plus, they've got a better manager now. They don't have Oli and Ragnick and all that mess. They've got a better manager. Why can't they be?
So you hold where they were last season on heavy manager tax, basically, yeah? Not even heavy manager tax. I just look at it as like one of those fluke things. Like, again, it's their worst ever season. Man United will not be that bad again. They will not.
In past seasons,
wait, hold on, Ram. Sorry, hold on. And plus, as bad as Man United were last season, right? They were still in the top 4 race up until the last month or the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, but
they were still in the race mathematically.
That was because, but that was only because of Arsenal's. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham's,
let's be real. The last 2-3 years, top 4 battle has been the best worst team. It's literally been the best worst. It's been the race of the worst team. I think this season the levels will be raised. I don't think top 4, you can't just go off past seasons. Top 4 this season will not be easy to get at all. I think the levels will be raised, bro. And I think you're going from past season. I don't think all of the teams, in let's say 3rd to 6th, are going to be as bad as they have been past season. I think it's going to be much tighter, Latimus. Much tighter.
So if they won't be as bad as they were last season, then
facts. But then you could say the same. You could say the same about Arsenal. You could say the same about Spurs. You could possibly say the same about Chelsea. So what then?
Arsenal are also in there as well, but they'll finish 7th. Man United are in it, but they'll finish 5th. West Ham are in it, they'll finish 6th. Like, why can't they say,
oh, this guy, man.
Listen, we're gonna go to you now. All right, cool. But when Man United have a good season and they finish 5th, what are you guys gonna say then?
They won't know, but when they don't, what are you gonna say?
Okay, and if they don't, then I'm proving wrong.
Everything you've
vice
said,
versa, bro.
Everything you've said that we've tried to question you on, you've brought it back and said, "Tell me why United won't finish second, or tell me why United won't do this." You know what? I feel like
I didn't say United second. I didn't say United second.
I feel like you are not viewing. I feel like you're not viewing football from the same way I view it. So you know what?
I am. Igal. That's the thing. Igal. No, but that's the thing. You said I feel like you're viewing it from your emotions.
No. Let me bring some logic to the table then. Let me bring some logic.
You're viewing it from your emotions, and that's
wait. You're talking over each other. Wait. You're talking over each other. Let me go, and then retort, Latimus.
Okay. Go. First things first, right? We look at the midfield. Obviously, we still need to make one more signing, but at this moment in time, if you look at that midfield, Thomas Partey, Odegaard, and Xhaka, I think that's a decent midfield going into the new season. With Gabriel Jesus, he raises the level of our attack, and our attack is going to be much better than we had last season. We now have more squad depth in the sense of rotation. You have Ben White who can play right back. You have Cedric Tomiyasu. You have center backs Gabriel, Ben White, and Saliba. You have Zinchenko and Tierney on the left back spot if need be. And on the left wing, we have Martinelli and ESR. In the striker position, as much as you guys might not rate Eddie Nketiah, he's a decent backup to Gabriel Jesus off the bench. And when we look at the right side, we have one of the best young players in the league in Bukayo Saka last season. And don't forget that Thomas Partey, let's be honest, he is a better player than every single person on West Ham, and he's a better midfielder, in my opinion, than every midfielder. 1 second.
We saw Saka burnt out last season, by the way.
I don't want to hear anything about injuries then.
1 second. Thomas Partey is also a better midfielder than every player that Manchester United have in their midfield. So at this moment in time. So
when one second. Can I say something?
Let him finish.
Yeah. Latimus, you're right. Sorry, apologies. 95 man in here, please hit that like button. Go on, Latimus, retort.
Are you finished?
Yeah, go. Oh, okay. I was thinking, so you're talking to me. I see.
Okay. For one, Partey is not better than Declan Rice. Please, let's not even do that. Partey is one of the top DMs in the league. You're talking about the rest of your team. I like Odegaard, but like when you look at it,
when you look at on your neck as well, boy.
You're the same guy that said you have a title-winning defense. You don't call me delusional.
Potential.
Odegaard, I like.
Anyone can take one.
Anyway, can I respond? Let me respond.
No. Hey, let him finish. He was quiet. You gotta let him finish, bro.
Let me respond to what you said. I like Ben White, but the rest of your defenders, Gabriel's highly overrated. Saliba, like a lot of his own potential, and I hope he actually does well because he seems good. But like again, he's been playing in the French league for 2 seasons. You got Tomiyasu, who's injury prone. Tierney, who's injury prone. Zinchenko came from Manchester City, a City team, by the way, that doesn't have a left back. That's why Cancelo plays left back, by the way. Jesus is highly overrated. Came from a City team that we all praise for being dominant without a striker. Saka's overrated. Martinelli's overrated. Like a lot of your squad is on youngsters and potential. And plus you have a manager who's not better than the rest of the managers in my top 6 that I've listed. Like, again, what makes you think that? At least with Man United, you can talk about how bad McFred are, and that's probably true. But I've seen them do what it takes to get top 4. West Ham, they went through a lot of things last season, and yet they were still in that top 4, top 6 race up until the last like month or so, or last 6 weeks or so of the season. Like I've seen these teams actually do stuff. You guys were playing 1 game a week. You played 46 games in total, and yet you still bought a top 4. And you have a manager who hasn't really looked like he's learning and improving. Like again, it's not that it's not like a delusional for me to think you guys will finish 7th. If you guys had a better manager, if you had Conte, if you had someone like a David Moyes or a Tuchel or a Klopp or whatever, then probably you'd be amongst it. But you have a manager who's one of the worst in the league. Like, let's just be honest. Like,
this is deep. This is deep.
Again, it's my whatever. Again, it's my opinion. If you disagree, you disagree.
This is deep.
If I'm wrong,
this is deep.
If I'm wrong and you guys finish 4th, whatever. But if
I hear that. One thing I've got to say.
You finish 6th. What are you then going to do? Are you going to give excuses like Arsenal had to be giving last season and the season before, and blame injuries and blame this and blame that? No, like it is what it is, man.
Bro, all right, now I hear that. Listen, before you're gonna go, you're gonna go next, yeah. Listen, 155 people in here. Love to everyone. Please hit that like button. Please. Look at the content I'm bringing you. Look at the guys that I've got up here. Please hit that like button. That's all we ask. And hit that subscribe button. Go into the description and make sure you're following each and every person that's up here. Igal, it's your time to shine. Igal, you said that you got, regardless, because the chat, some people are going like, nah. They agree with Prime. Declan Rice is way better than Partey, and others are saying so. It's arguable. However, one thing I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll right now. One thing that I will say though is, regardless of how good you rate Thomas Partey, and I mean this like I don't have another way of putting this, so apologies, but he is a cunt hair away from missing quite a large part of the season. Be it for whatever, or the fact that because of Thomas Partey, and I'm half Ghanaian, bro, like, so I don't know what he's eaten since he's come over here, but since he's been an Arsenal player, he's been injury prone. So you can't even put your money on it that you're going to get 38 games out of a Thomas Partey. So this is what I'm saying. And Latimus is 100% right when he says, I don't want to hear no injury chat, no, oh, well, we had Partey and Tierney out, we would have done this and that. When you come with top 4 aspirations or all Premier League contention aspirations, all of that comes to the side. Do you know what I mean? So with that, do you know what I'm saying? With that, 195 people in here, tell us what you know what I mean. It's your time to shine. Go and then let us know what your top 6 predictions is.
Okay, I'm gonna start from the top down. So I think City's gonna win the league still. I think just because I feel like at this moment in time, as long as Bernardo Silva doesn't leave and it doesn't change too much of what's going on in the team, I think they're more equipped right now to go win. And they still need to sign some players. They need to sign a backup left back. I'm not sure who else they're going to sign, but I still believe that they're going to go and do that. But at this moment in time, I still think City are the favorites. Then I'll put second. I'm going to put Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to be close seconds. They're gonna still challenge, and it's not going to be as far as some people are saying. Like City are going to be clear, like back in when they had 100 points. It's not going to be like that. Tottenham, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Tottenham's window is as great as everyone's making it seem. But what Conte was able to do from the back end of last season, you can't ignore that. So I do have Tottenham third, and I think the reason why I'm respecting Tottenham is because I feel like they might even not take the cup. They might try to take the cup competition serious, but it might be to the detriment of the European trophies. But regardless, they're going to take the Premier League serious, and they're going to try to focus on trying to get as much points. And Conte is a good manager when it comes to in the league. So let's see how they do there. But I think they're going to finish third. And obviously, Harry Kane and Son are just better players than what in the attack that one Chelsea, Arsenal, or Manchester United currently have as a collective group, I think. And then you go to fourth. I have Arsenal fourth. The reason why I have Arsenal fourth is because I feel like we made the adequate improvements to finish above Chelsea. I feel like I feel like we're gonna have a better attack this season, and defensively we're gonna be also more solid because as much as center backs, Manchester United have added, Chelsea have added, everyone's adding defensive reinforcements. Saliba coming back from loan, I think he's going to be a big enforcement part of our team going forward, and everyone can see his potential. So I think that's going to be a big thing. Gabriel Jesus coming in, Zinchenko coming in, with 5 substitutes this upcoming season, and Arsenal actually do have subs on the bench now. When you look at some of the players we have, before we even make one more signing, I could possibly name you some players, but you might not rate those guys, like Eddie Nketiah or Kieran Tierney. I'm not sure how much you rate those guys at this moment in time.
Well, one say I do rate them, but Tierney is still, and believe me, I live in
But
Scotland.
he's not going to be starting every game. That's the thing now. He's not going to be
calm. But then Partey comes out and you got El Neni. I'm not trying to hear.
Partey comes out. If we do get, obviously we still have to wait and see how we do in the window. But at this moment in time, if Partey comes out, El Neni, as much as you want to laugh, last season he dunked on West Ham, who have Declan Rice. He dunked on Manchester United. He dunked on Chelsea. So he's done it before. We'll see if he can do it. We'll see if he can do it. And if we get there, we get there. But at this moment in time, this guy that everyone's making fun of was dancing at Stamford Bridge in Eddie Nketiah, holding the sign and all that, showing everybody what's up. He made Miguel Sarr retire.
You finished fifth doing that.
Right?
And you finished fifth doing that. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Man said you finished fifth doing that. You lot don't have no respect.
Spurs
personally
battered City, and City won the league.
I have Chelsea fifth, and I don't think anyone here can name me one Chelsea attacker that's going to score more than 15 goals in the league.
Whoa. One second.
I don't think you can name me one Chelsea attacker that's going to score more than 15 goals.
You could have told me one Arsenal attacker that's going to do more than 15 either.
Gabriel
Jesus. You can't. No, you can't. He's never done over 15.
He scored
Sterling
14.
has done. Sterling has done more.
Sterling is moving.
Sterling is moving. Jesus is better than Sterling.
Sterling is moving.
Jesus. All right.
Sterling is moving from a team that creates a lot of chances, that is well oiled and can attack and make good chances for their forwards, to a team that is historically known for ruining attackers.
I agree with that. I think Sterling's the better player.
One sec.
Jesus is in the better
system. Research. I'm gonna do research.
Sterling
one second before anyone says anything though. Nah, you lot are absolutely buoying me. Like, I'm not having it. You lot are absolutely buoying me. I work, I got a youth, and like trying to get these man like top tier level man, you know, and I know you lot are enjoying because there's 270 up in here. Easy. It's like, come on, there's nearly like 300 people in there. There's 50 something likes. Like, don't take the piss, please, because these man will just be like, oh, you're the channel that we don't really get the likes and that we ain't coming back on that. Like, don't do that to me. Don't embarrass me, chat. Like, you man, I've been gassing you lot, and my chat crazy.
Listen, let me move on. Oh, by the way, before I finish, if Chelsea don't do well, we know Chelsea, man, they might just sack Tuchel out of nowhere. You never know. It could happen. Well, I'm not saying it will. It could happen. But let's move on from Chelsea. Manchester United.
No. I can't let this go. I'm sorry.
One second.
Let's run that back.
I'm gonna give you some. You know what? No. Let me give you something. I'm gonna give you something.
Let him give you the stats. Let him give you the stats.
The stats ain't got nothing to do with Man United. So let's go with this. Patrick, I see you know.
Let the stats go. Cass, go ahead.
It's not even about.
You're a villain.
Patrick is watching like two exes just fight over each other.
Who's better? Let me ask some questions. Who's better who would be naturally better in the front three, Mason Mount or Raheem Sterling? And how much of a difference would it really be?
I think quite a bit.
No, I think Sterling's
all
better
right.
than Mount.
Sterling's better. Okay, thank you. So Mason Mount, 32 appearances, 11 goals and 10 assists up basically in the final third. That's pretty much the same as Saka, no? Anyways, long story short, so who's really the star boy? Anyways, let me keep moving on.
He's a 50-year-old man, basically, at this point, Mason Mount. What are you talking about? He's like 24.
Bro, don't do this, please. Don't do this. You want to play with the big dogs? This is what's going to happen.
No. But you're calling
you're playing with the big dogs. You want to be in that big dog conversation.
Are you still calling Trent a star boy? Are you still calling Trent a star boy?
Trent is a star boy.
I just want to say, what are you trying to say? Trent is a star boy.
He's not a star boy. He's
What age is the cut-off for star boys?
Trent is still
23.
Are we still calling?
I said 23. Yeah.
One sec.
PFA at 23. I think that's the cut-off for the PFA, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 23.
So wait. So let me give you a sign then. Yeah. So basically, not too long ago in January, Mason Mount turned 23. So there you go then. So he's still star boy. You know what? The fact is that he's 23 is too young. So anyways, can I please carry on? Yeah. So Ziyech, yeah, who had a shit season, 23 appearances, 4 goals respectively. So he was about, and there was a lot of chances that he missed. No, because respectively, because he was dog shit. That's what I'm saying. And he had a lot of chances to have them numbers up, right? He didn't do it. Cool. Pulisic, injured all the time, 6 goals. Yeah, he's 9 away from 15 Premier League goals right there. And he was pretty much underwhelming this season. And he has been at Chelsea, to be fair. Mason Mount's the closest one in 4 goals away from 15 goals, yeah, in the Premier League alone, right? Who in your lineup realistically has done? Because if I remember at City, when Sterling had us number 9 next to him, and he doesn't have this at Chelsea at the moment, he was burying more than pretty much how many goals? Patrick can fill me in on that. I'm pretty sure he was in the double figures and quite high.
And he has under Pep, he's the second best player under Messi after Messi with the highest goal scores.
All right, so I want to put this across. It's more like it's because Jesus will be dropping in deep and probably trying to feed your wingers a lot more than what your obviously than the average striker. Sterling is probably more inclined to score 15 goals this season more than Jesus this season because he will have to work.
I don't think so, you know.
You have to work. Bro. You know, because you want to talk about Sterling being around better crop of players, but then we could talk about Jesus being a better crop of players as well because now he doesn't have the De Bruyne and that. He has to work with Odegaard and work with these men, and he has to feed the strikers in the Premier League. He's going to come to realization. I do believe he'll get over 10 goals.
Let me just do this.
But I don't know if he's not guaranteed 10
goals.
I'm gonna address we'll get over 10 goals.
Address your
point. Wait, Gal, before you go, wait 1 second before you go. Big up Ash, but like Ash, big up yourself for the super chat, and please tell these lot, man, stop taking the absolute rotted piss, bro.
Yeah, because
320 people in there and it's 50 likes. Like, come on, you lot, like, please.
Yeah, that's not good enough. I can't lie. That's not. I can't.
That's shameful, bro. That's shameful. Like, come on, man.
I want to get across before you come back at me. No, I'm not trying to say that Jesus is shit because I'm not joking. He looks like an animal, but some of you, man, I'm not saying in this panel, kept saying when we beat Liverpool, when we done this and all that in pre-season, it's just pre-season, this, that, and the other. But now when the agenda suits you, Jesus is a new animal. And you want to talk about
this? Would you have this Vim if he wasn't doing this in pre-season?
I'm not gonna. Thank you, Cass. I'm gonna rate this Vim because his performances look sick, and I'm putting my stocks in Jesus. I'm not gonna lie, but to say he's gonna be guaranteed 15 goals in an Arsenal team, it's not guaranteed, bro. And if anything's more guaranteed, it's probably Sterling, man. Because Sterling only had a couple games and he scored twice, didn't he? So what now? In a shit Chelsea team.
Do you not think having a manager is important? Like having a quality
manager. Forget about the manager. You've had world-class managers, and Chelsea just do this.
You can't say you can't.
And they finish above you every time.
And we've won trophies with world-class managers. We've won the league with world-class managers. We won Champions League.
And you've also ruined attackers.
Agal as well, yeah. Agal, yeah. I'm not coming after Arsenal. I want to say I'm not
coming after
Arsenal
because if it was the Champions League.
One sec, yeah. Because if it was the same bullshit that was coming at Arsenal, someone talking shit on Arsenal without actual facts and all this delusional that I don't agree with an opinion, I would come to defend Arsenal as well. It's just the same energy. That's what I'm trying to go.
Let me just bring it back. First things first.
Sorry for being so loud.
Do you believe that Raheem Sterling will score 15 goals plus this season for Chelsea?
I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. I feel like Chelsea will get Chelsea will get their business done. I'm not joking. They will get their business done, and they're definitely looking at a striker that he's gonna get 15 goals. I'll say it now. I reckon he gets about 15 on the top.
I don't think he will, right? But I'm looking at I'm looking at Kai Havertz. I'm looking at Timo Werner. I'm looking at Hakim Ziyech. I'm looking at Lukaku. I'm looking at the other signings they've made in the past.
Not here.
I'm looking at all their signings.
Wait, one second. I'm
looking at all their signings. I'm looking at all their signings, all the players that come into Chelsea, and they still have the same fundamental issue. They don't score enough goals as individuals. They as a team they bag enough goals because their defenders chip in, their midfielders chip in, which is great. And that's how they stay up there with the top goal tallies. And that's how they have more goals than some of the other teams where they might have a 20-goal striker. But this team, the whole team collectively scores goals, which is great. And it does help them. But my theory is that I don't think at this moment in time with what they have, I think Gabriel Jesus will be able to score more goals at Arsenal than what Raheem Sterling will be at Chelsea. And I don't.
Can I answer as a City fan? Can I answer as a City fan?
Wait.
I don't think.
Everyone's looking to go. Hold on.
Can I please say something last?
No, hold on. No.
And I didn't even finish 2 sentences.
Wait. Go on. Finish what you got to say, and then let Cass and then I'll let Patrick go in it.
Also, by the way, just to let everybody know, I've already mentioned the Man United thing. I think I have them after Chelsea, but the reason why I have them after Chelsea, this is a transition period for United. It's not even disrespect. I think it's just
fair. No, I think it's fair. It's a fair statement.
Okay. So when it comes to Chelsea, bringing it back to Chelsea, their team is imbalanced in my opinion. They still needed to sign a lot of players. They're going to be signing some players to bring in some squad depth. They've lost some key players. They still don't have a proper attack in my opinion. Timo Werner, if he does leave, they still need to bring in more attacking signings. Kai Havertz hasn't shown that he can lead the line as a false 9. They don't have an actual number 9 at this moment in time. Raheem Sterling can play on either wing. Mason Mount can play on either wing, but they don't have an out-and-out guy you can depend on and say, you know what, this is the guy who's going to bag them all their goals and carry their attack. And guess what? You look at their midfield, they lack creativity in their midfield. Majority of their creativity comes from their wing backs, and their wing backs chip in for those goals. So in my opinion, it's
they just reinforced
this Chelsea team is missing not only a left back cover, which they're going to get in Cucurella, but another center back since they lost Christensen. So if they're going to have Cucurella as a center back, I don't know how that's going to work as a 5'6" center back when he predominantly played as an attacking left back his whole career in Brighton. Also, their midfield situation, they're going to need to strengthen in their midfield because last year they depended heavily on Ruben Loftus-Cheek and even some of the young academy players to play in the midfield. I don't know how Conor Gallagher is going to work with Mason Mount. It doesn't look good. And when it comes to attack, I still think that attack is shaky at best. And anyone here who wants to disprove me, I'll put my hand up. But right now, I don't think you guys have it.
Let's go.
No, hold on.
Let's go. Yeah.
Hold on. Can I speak?
No. Let me go. Please let me go.
No.
That's like he's gonna actually erupt, bro. I can't.
This guy said what I said about West Ham finishing 6th is delusional, and everything he's just spoken. So the same terrible attack that was playing for Chelsea for 3/4 of the season without Lukaku, because he was either injured or being benched for all the stupidness he was doing, was still able to come in and finish top 4. Christensen didn't play for the vast majority of last season because of his contract issues. So we were playing Chalobah at right centre back, and we were still able to finish top 4. Shaw was out injured for the vast majority of the season. We were playing Marcus Alonso, probably the worst left back or left wing back in the top 6, or maybe you can say top 10, and yet we were still able to finish top 4. And our midfield, even with Kante being injured, Kovacic being injured, we were still able to finish inside the top 4. And something you're not keeping in check is how important having a top class or world class manager is. We've got one of the best managers, not just in the league, but in the world. Like what you think Arteta is going to pull off in masterclass to get top 4 over us, over this Chelsea team hold on, because you've been saying that we ruin attackers. Yes, we do. And you know what? We still do, Chelsea. We still win league titles. We won the Champions League 2 seasons ago with a terrible dead attack. Like, again, getting top 4. Maybe. Hold on, no. Say, I'm not done. Maybe you praise getting top 4 as this big thing because you guys haven't done it for quite a few years. But for me, anyway, getting top 4 is not that hard to do. We were the one of the worst teams in the league for the second half of last season, with everything going on with our club, and we still comfortably finished in the top 4. Top 4 is not a hard thing to achieve. Top 4 is not hard thing to achieve.
Is it my turn or what?
Since 2020.
Wait, yeah, no, I was gonna say, Egal, let Cass go though. You can come talk, but wait.
I beg you. No, Cass is not involved in this. Cass, I love you, bro, but you're not involved in this. Just go.
Fair enough. I respected you. Fair enough,
bro. You are I actually credited the fact that your team scores goals, so you missed that part. You're ignoring parts of what I'm saying. Number two. Do you know how ignore parts of what you were saying? Since the turn of the calendar year, yes, you had sanctions, you had other things, and I'll factor that in the fact that you've underperformed. But Arsenal, Newcastle, Tottenham, Manchester City, and Liverpool had more points than you since the turn of the calendar season.
I already said that.
Your team last season had less wins than Arsenal. What saved you guys was the draws. On top of that, you only had
because you know what's also a factor. Because Arsenal were I'm not stopping. Arsenal played. I am listening. Arsenal played.
You have to let him wait. But that's not fair, Ladimus, because we let you land. So you've got to let him finish, bro.
Okay, no. You're right. Finish. You're right. Go. You're right. You're right.
You know what? I rest my case, man. My guy's just triggered. He doesn't.
I don't rest my case. My case is about to come up full-fledged, lawyers, everything. Yeah, let me put this to case. Yeah. So they're about to sign for Fana. Yeah,
it's wrong. No, but it's wrong. You guys played 46 games.
Let the man speak.
Innit? Let him speak, man. We still got Patrick and them man to go. You know, I don't really care about Chelsea like that. Bun both of you, man.
I don't want this conversation, but Igal's being delusional and in his feelings.
No, you're the one instigating it. I'm just trying to be
Igal's being in his. Well, how did I
this is me, you both be getting
honest. I'm being honest, and you're being in your feelings.
All right, cool. So, Cass, run, go.
All right, cool, yeah. So, I think I can't lie. I just feel like you've just been hella disrespectful on Sterling, yeah, big time. They're about, and also Chelsea about to. Starting for Fana, if I'm correct, right? And they might be getting Benjamin Sesko at that. I think if he goes under Chelsea, he will bang, yeah.
Chelsea.
Long story short, they're gonna get Cucurella for Fana. That looks like it's guaranteed now. So don't even have to worry about that back three. Then they got another option in left wing back or centre back, right? So Gabriel Jesus, yeah, he's got 58 goals in 159 appearances, which is actually quite decent to be fair for what he's offered. Obviously, he's not played striker all the time. But Raheem Sterling, in double those games, pretty much exactly double those games, got 109 goals and double his assists. More than double his assists. Do you understand that part? And then, you got to remember, yeah, Sterling scored what? When he had a number 9, yeah, he scored 18 goals one season. I think that was the 17-18 season. 18-19, he scored 18 goals or 17 goals. Similar. The 19-20, he scored 20 goals. That's 3 seasons over 15 goals, yeah. This is the one coming. And then he dropped off to 10 goals, and then this season scored 11 goals? Or something like that? 13 Premier League goals. And I get it, it's not City. But at the end of the day, Jesus has never actually buried that many goals. And yet, let me get this across now. You want to talk about history, about Chelsea and their history in the league, yeah? Because if I'm right, who scored more than 15 goals prior to Aubameyang for Arsenal in their attack? And Aubameyang's an out-and-out number 9, yeah? Last season, you scored about 50-odd goals. The season before that, when you finished 8th, you also scored 50-odd goals. Chelsea switched from Frank Lampard. Obviously, Tuchel came in. They still finished 4th with 50-odd goals. Then they upgraded to this season, and they scored 70-odd goals with no attack. Now, you add Mason Mount, and then you talk about Mason Mount, and then maybe Sterling, that same attack, right? They're going to get goals and more chances because they do actually create. It's just that no one bangs them in. Do you get what I'm trying to get? Right. They do actually create. But if you want to go back on the fact here that Sterling can't get over 15 goals in a season, what you're saying, he's probably on the decline then, if anything. Because he time and time again, he gets double figures in goals. Jesus don't. Is he going to give you 20 goals?
Listen, I'm not saying...
Right, no. We're not going back and forth. No. Go. We're not doing that. Bro, wait. I hear that. Well, one second. We'll come back to it, innit? Because what I'm going to say... All right, you know what? Man wants to come and do evidence. Patrick is the best person, I think, to slot into this conversation at this point, this moment. Because he's like, these... Both of these man they're my youths. Like, I can tell you about them, innit? So we're coming to you, Patrick. But a guy wants to do up.
Nah, you don't have to go that far. This is what I wanted to say.
Let me just explain.
Let him explain this.
This is since their debuts for Manchester City, January 2017. You can see my man starts over 50 plus more games than him. and only has how many more goals in him? I get it. Gabriel Jesus is deployed as a striker. He's deployed all over the front three. But if you look at this, it shows you that when you actually look at the goals, they're not that far off. In addition to that, Gabriel Jesus is younger. He's going to be playing in more of an attacking team where we can get the better out of him. Where Chelsea historically is shown that they're not that good as a team when it comes to the attacking side. But defensively, they're really good. And I just wanted to make my point that this whole thing about him, Raheem Sterling and Jesus, I just think Gabriel Jesus is going to outscore him. And I think when you look at Chelsea, they don't get their goals from one individual player. They do it as a collective, which is good. But at the same time, no one individual will stand out.
Right. One thing I would say is
Mason Mount stood out last season with our goals, but okay.
How many goals?
What? No. Hey, Latimus, don't do this. Don't do this. Listen. One thing I do hear is, and I kind of agree with Igao on that one, is I don't think that someone said that Jesus will be deployed a little bit kind of further in, and I don't think that. I actually think that the onus is now going to be on Odegaard to step up and feed him. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I think he'll actually do quite well. But regardless of that, we're going to go to Patrick, because like I said, Patrick is the best person in this to be able to tell us his thoughts, and then obviously accompanied by how he's going to win the Bumper Clark League and all of them thing there. Listen, 305 people in this chat, and there's 67 likes. Like, I'm not one of them guys that's like, I want 100. Like, I just do your thing. But no, come on, the ratio, the math ain't mathing. Like, come on, we can easily get 100 likes. Please, there's at least 150 of you who ain't hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's all we ask, is free. Quickly. Patrick, my guy.
How you doing, man? I was just watching this. This has been a very interesting panel. That's why I didn't even bother to speak. I just sat in the back as the guys at the top.
In the popcorn, I can see you. Just there.
Yeah, but you know, I like it. You know what? This thing on Raheem and Jesus, Igao, I respect you and all, but I'm gonna bust your bubble. You will be disappointed, Igao, and I hope maybe I'm wrong. I hope maybe he's gone to Arsenal and maybe he's actually become Jesus. Sorry, there's kids playing outside and it's just pissing me off for the past few minutes. But anyway, I hope he has become a different guy. I hope. But I want to tell you something, Igao. This is what Jesus does. He will come in for 3 games, right? He will bang in 3 goals, 2 goals, and he will look like a superstar. But what is annoying about Jesus is when he starts getting offside, we say he's born offside. That's what we call him at City. Sometimes he's just offside the whole time. When he starts missing, hitting the post, he hits the post more than a lot of people. But for you, I was with you for a minute because obviously Jesus might be a new guy, but you lost me for a minute when you said Jesus will score more goals than Raheem. Now what I'm going to tell you, Igao, is when Raheem was on the bench by Pep this season, guess who was our second best goal scorer? Why Raheem was holding the bench? Raheem. What's his name? De Bruyne got 15. Raheem got 13. And Raheem managed to do this by just giving a run of games, few games. And guess what? Every time Raheem starts scoring, City always move from a certain position to the stop and stay there. If you look at between December when Raheem was banging in goals, he gets back in. There's nobody who's got better movement than Raheem. The issue about Raheem is he's also frustrating. But Raheem always, as Kaz said, always managed double digits regardless. Now Jesus has been given games before. I have seen Jesus become the striker at a point where Pep was like, nah, let me sit back and tell this guy to be a winger. So look, good luck. If he manages 15, fair play to him. Maybe Arsenal create more chances than City. But I have seen Jesus given chances on a plate. Right now he's looking good. Trust me, he's also looked good at City. But he dies off. He dies off and just becomes dead for a while. And you're like, what the hell has happened? So hopefully, but I can tell you right now, I can put money on the line. I think if Raheem is promised first team football, Raheem never gets injured. You also have to be careful. He never gets injured. So if he stays playing all the games, no Pep caging him anymore, dropping him and putting maybe sometimes Foden, and Raheem is the man in the team, I think you're going to eat your words. I think you see Raheem banging in 20 goals. That's what I'm saying, because he's that good. And then people say, oh, he plays with a different team. He also bangs for England. Raheem is actually one of the best players in England, if not the best. In my opinion, it's not Harry Kane. I'm sorry if the English people get touched. I think Raheem is your best player, but he just gets overlooked. Now, let's go to the top 6.
Quick question
for me,
before you move on. Quick question. Do you not feel like Pep rotating him all the times kept him fresh and hungry?
No, I think no, I just think look, regardless the fact, Raheem is a player that wants to play. And Raheem is a guy who never gets injured. Even Pep says himself that Raheem never gets tired. But he started dropping him off in certain games where he was put in Riyad Mahrez and Mahrez was not performing and Raheem was still on the bench. There's people at City or City fans who think there's going to come a story soon that maybe these two guys were not seen eye to eye. Because there was a story saying Raheem went to Pep's office and said, why don't you play me after I perform? So maybe it might be true. But I just feel like Raheem, if he plays all the games, doesn't get injured, he loves tap-ins. People call him a tap-in merchant. He will get tap-ins. Those tap-ins missed by Mason Mount, Raheem will put them in. And sometimes the only weakness he has, Anonymous, you know this, it's 1v1s. 1v1s don't depend on Raheem. So look, for me, number one, I will go with Liverpool. I think Liverpool won the Charity Shield. They look fitter and they've got more players right now. People might be laughing. It's just I think they're better this season than they were before. But first of all, you have to remember the only weakness Liverpool had was they never had a backup defenders. Now they've got Konate. So let's say Van Dijk gets injured. I think Konate can still do the job. He might not do the best job, but I think he can survive until Van Dijk comes back. Second, obviously, City. But for me, what I'm going to say is third, I'm not putting Spurs because I don't believe in the Spurs hype. I know Spurs beat City. Yes, I don't like them. I know they beat Liverpool, and I know they did it last season, but I just think Spurs still lack a lot. I think you guys need more defenders, and that Don you got from Barcelona, I don't think is going to help you because you have to think about it. Why did Barcelona give you that guy? Like, why? Why did they give you that defender if he's that good? Why didn't they keep him?
He's not great. We know he's not great. He's just good on the ball, bro. He's just good on the ball.
Yeah, so for me, whether I think last week I was bantering Chelsea and said Chelsea is not going to make it. I think I'm still putting Chelsea third because the other team they made with, yes, Rudiger is gone, but Koulibaly is a good defender. Silva, I don't know if his legs are going to hold up this season, but if they get Fofana, as Kaz says, I think that's a game changer. Kuku, even though he's too expensive and I'm still salty, I still think he's a good left back because Chilwell was missing last season, so they had a bit of issues. Now, for my number 4, I would have gone with Arsenal, but until people started speaking, I just noticed that Thomas Partey doesn't last for a season. And that guy, Elneny, I don't think he's a guy who a guy you depend on. Let's say Thomas Partey gets injured. He always gets injured for a big time, if I'm not wrong. He's gone for a while. And do you think you can maintain your midfield with Elneny? I think if you guys buy a DM, I was actually proposing Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa because they got Kamara, isn't it? Maybe he can be able to actually substitute for Partey because he's not that bad. But Partey I think is the reason why Arsenal tick. But if Partey is gone, Elneny is not that guy. I have seen him a few times. I know you said he dunked on people, but I bet you he was just dunking because he wanted that contract, which he got now. I was surprised you gave him a contract. I thought you were just going to set him off. I think you guys need a DM. As soon as you guys just get a DM, I think you guys will be difficult to beat for that top 4. But the weakness you have is every time Partey goes, Xhaka tries, he fails. And you bought that guy, Lokanga, or whatever his name is, the guy with the dreads. Is it Lokanga? There's 2 of them. There's Lokanga and Tavares.
Tavares is gone.
Yeah, what about Lokanga or whatever his name is? Lukonga, whatever his name is. The midfielder you bought.
Lokanga. Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, that guy is just potential, but you don't know how his potential is gonna go. So I think you guys need a DM. So for me at number 4, this is just I'm not gonna change my opinion. I know last time on Mott's channel they called me after I said this, they said my ranking went down. They didn't take me anywhere serious. I still think Man United will make top 4 this time. Just me. I think Man United will do it. And I think a lot of people will be surprised. I know a lot of people are making fun of them, but I just feel they'll be able to do it. I think they'll be able to do it. So Spurs number 5, and Arsenal, just for the fact that you still have Thomas Partey, that's the only weakness why I'm putting you at 6. But if you guys found somebody, you found a DM, because what's going to happen is, I can also promise you this for Arsenal, you guys will play very well, and it'll be amazing until Thomas Partey gets injured, or when your team starts getting thin, and you go back down again. I think you just need a DM. If you had a DM, a backup DM, a decent one, I think that top 4 is just, but I'm giving it to United. That's just me.
United.
All right. That's
Chelsea?
quite interesting.
Where's Chelsea?
Yeah, where did you put Chelsea?
The third.
So Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United,
Tottenham 6.
Spurs, then Arsenal.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So
Arsenal,
you have a 6th also.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what? If the window, let's say if you get at the end of the window, I see a DM walk through the door who's going to take over part and is better than Oneni, but I see Oneni is going to be the backup DM. I don't trust your team just because of that. I feel like you've done well with the defense. Saliba, I don't know why he was being held in France. Maybe it's a good thing, but Arteta. But I think Jesus and Ketia will do their best. But the thing is, it's that midfield of yours. It's that guy Partey. I just feel like he can't.
The most ridiculous thing that you said is actually Tottenham finishing 5th behind Manchester United. Obviously, Arsenal finishing 6th is ridiculous, but Tottenham finishing 5th, I don't know how I feel about that.
I just don't see the hype. I'm sorry. I know they made it last season, but it's only because of you guys. Tottenham made it at your expense because your team was falling apart. That's the only reason why. But right now you've got Zinchenko who can cover left back, and look, he's not the best left back, but he's a decent left back. Do you get my point? You've got Saliba who's not holding. Obviously, his hairline is back, but doesn't mean that his talent is back. So at the end of the day, I just feel like your downfall was the reason why Spurs went to that. Apart from that, I think Spurs will not make the top 4. Maybe it's a bit of hate after the Champions League, but I just feel there's too much hype. I don't see it. Because this guy, Richarlison, let's go to Richarlison. How many goals has Richarlison scored? What's the highest amount of goals has this Richarlison guy scored?
He doesn't need to be scoring goals. He's a backup striker.
Yeah, but you get my point is, I don't rate him, and I just don't see that people are saying, oh, Richarlison has come in, oh, they're great. This guy, I've seen him miss. The only thing he does at Everton is go down when he's playing against Liverpool, trying to get fouls. Then
what about the end of last season where he helped Everton stay up, and he clutched? He had like 4 and 5 or something like that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it was also due to the other teams being shit. That's why I'm saying last season I judged it that Spurs got into the top 4 because Arsenal decided to fumble it. Everton survived because the other team, Burnley decided to fumble it. So I don't rate him, unfortunately. But I might be wrong. As Cass said, people will clip you later on and say, there you go. You say this is now you've got egg on your face. But I don't think Tottenham will make it. Yeah, and that guy you bought from Inter, you know the Inter guy. He's like 35, 34 years old. I don't rate him too. He's a good wing back, but I don't think he's gonna survive in the Prem.
You know, Perisic got one more GA than Trent. You know, and he's not to be slept on. And in a system that relies very heavily on fullbacks. He's a big addition.
That is in Italy. Yeah,
it's in Italy.
Ethan, you said yesterday it was the same GA.
No, I realized it was 15.
That man's changing.
Yeah, but to be fair, there or thereafouts is what he's trying to say. There or thereabouts is what he's trying to say.
Not to be slept on, innit? This 34-year-old, 33-year-old putting up big numbers.
But like I said, and you know this, Ethan. The levels them are different in this league, you know, like that. So yeah, so we have to. But I hear you because I was like, oh, right, I didn't know that. All right, listen, boom. My Donnies, because you're my Donnies anyways, is why you allow me to do this. You get me? Because you know, like, it's mad. But like, I feel like I ain't heard from my guys for a while. Like, you know, them ones there, man's just been doing up Chelsea versus Man United. But I just think that's mad. Man United over Tottenham is wild. I agree with that. But all right, listen. Ish, talk to me. What you saying? Or what's
Hey, listen, my wrestling fans are knowing it. You see, when you're in elimination chamber, you're waiting at the end, the last one. Just been locked up in the thing, just hearing.
Man, turn around and man clapping off the top rope.
United, man. Bro, Chelsea, man, United, man, Arsenal, man. Like, respectfully, obviously, like all you lot are doing your thing, but I'm only looking upwards, innit? I'm only really looking at what Patrick's saying and what City's saying. So, like, I let you, man, have your little.
You're staying in second place. You're staying in second.
Listen, Kaz, I don't know why you can say this with Chester. Like, what is it that makes you so sure that we're not?
You know what? You don't matter if you finish 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 5th, 6th. At the end of the day, if you don't win, if it's not the Premier League trophy, It's
No, I hear that.
really.
I hear that.
It's
I
not
hear
really
that.
the clout
But
chase.
there's still levels, bro. There's still levels,
And that's why I say
we're not in your level right
if
now.
Someone said if someone offered second now, you're not winning the league. You finish second. I'd say give me
yeah,
third
trust
or
me,
fourth.
Sir, man, I pop out already, fam.
Sir,
man, I pop out already, fam.
It's bad sheet
And
talk,
next year,
bro.
All I'm saying is bare sheet talk I'm hearing right now, Cassie, yeah? And we're trying to converse with goats. So, like respectfully,
you can't. You can't invite me. You can't invite me, Latimus, Ethan, and the guy on the channel to start talking big up Liverpool and that. You got the Seamus bunch in here. You got the Seamus bunch in there.
I hear you. No, but real talk though, Ish, are you? I know Patrick, and Patrick, he try to come like he's the humble assassin and he's calm and all of that, but he means business, bro. He don't really come to he's not coming on the Liverpool channel to come and like tickle us. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm a bit like when he says, yo, Liverpool to win the league, I'm like, okay, because he's not doing that to be nice. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's I know Patrick enough to know that he's saying that. Are you a bit surprised about that? Do you back that? What's your top six? You know what I mean? What are you saying?
I'll be very real, yeah. About 30 to 35% of this is just hoping it, because I'm not trying to see them man do the 3-peat. So I'll just let me just get that in there first. I'm not trying to see them do their 3-peat. Therefore, I in my head will not allow myself to see City winning the league again this season. So let me just get that. But I do think City are losing a lot of key players, and they're not really. You can say that they're upgrading in certain areas, but I think to lose Sterling, if Bernardo goes as well, as much as I think that he's a scumbag, like he's sick in it. He's sick. You can't just afford to be losing players like that. So I think they're losing while they're losing pieces. We're kind of just keeping it the same. Obviously, we lost Mane, but I do think Mane first half of last season, we can't forget about the fuckeries he was on. Like it weren't good, innit? He came good towards the end. So for me, I just as long as Nunes does like a 15-7 to 17 in the league, and everyone else keeps their levels, I'm looking forward to seeing Carvalho. I'm looking forward to seeing Elliott for a full season. The only thing that's worrying me now is that obviously my man number 15 is out for months with a hamstring injury. Curtis Jones is out for, they're not even saying that a time period on it, so you know it's going to be a mad one. So the midfield that Klopp was saying a couple of weeks ago is all 10 man. He was reading off saying that there's strength and depth. We're going into the season, haven't even kicked a ball yet, and 2 of them man are injured already. So we need to strengthen as well. If I'm being real, if we get that midfielder in some way somehow, get that midfielder, and then I'm really think we're cooking. But I think we're gonna win the league. I do believe we're gonna. Like I said, about 30% of it is just straight hope in it. But I do have a feeling we're gonna do it. So I don't know how. And another thing as well, we've never really won a title race before. 1920, we just bopped the whole thing from the jump. So it'll be interesting to see if it's us in City 4 or 5 games to go, like what's actually going to go down. But
yeah, back your team, man. Back your team.
You might just need to do a mad thing again and just walk it. But the World Cup as well, that's going to be another. You don't even know what's going to happen on the back of that. So it's a mad one, but I'm confident, man. I think we win this league. I think City obviously second, third. I like what I've been seeing from Spurs in it, but a lot of it does depend on how far you get in the Champions League, because I think if you get to like quarters, semis, you might get a bit excited about that and forget the league a bit. But I do think you'll finish third. I won't be in a 4 or 5 point like Ethan was saying before. I'm not really with that. I don't think you'll be that close to us. I think you might be challenging to like Christmas and then kind of fall away towards the end. But the top 4 one's a bit interesting because I like what I've seen from Arsenal in terms of the transfer window, but like you listed off a lot of players earlier on when you were talking about strength and depth, which I kind of agree with. But on the same hand, I don't want to hear any chat about injuries come the end of the season, because I know beginning of the last season, Chelsea fans are trying to tell me we've got the best squad 1 to 23. Then boom, Reece James and Ben Chilwell get injured. Then it's all we lost our wing backs, and then we couldn't do anything in the league. Bro, you nearly got dragged into a top 4 race, or you were in a top 4 race, and it nearly got very sticky. So if you're going to do the whole, we've got a good squad, you need to keep it consistent.
But you're right, but we still finished top 4, so you got no excuses for the top 4.
That's what Arsenal. I'm sorry, if Arsenal don't get top 4 this season, Arteta, I'm sorry, bro. It's pack your bags things. Like you got to bounce. You got to bounce. You can't get
why does everyone keep
money
saying
like that
excuses when I'm not making any excuses? I fully agree with you guys.
No, not you per se, but there was the whole Arsenal contingent that came out like,
if you don't get top 4 this season, there can be no chat for nothing is saving Arteta, in my opinion. But I do think Arsenal will get top 4 somehow. I think something's not quite right at Chelsea at the moment. The pre-season's been looking all mad. Tuchel's already coming out saying
let me ask you a
players,
quick question,
players. So I do think Arsenal will get top 4, but there's just no excuses this year, innit? I'm not trying to hit anything. Let me ask
you a question quickly.
Last
season, you ended the season off. Of course, you didn't end up winning the Champions League. You didn't end up winning the league, right? Was it a good season?
It was good, but it wasn't a success. Let me just I'll put it like that. It was good in the sense that I witnessed my team go right to the end in all 4 competitions, played every game possible in the season. So it was good from like a
got two cups that we never
and
got
2 cups as well. Like it's still 2 more trophies than most other teams won. If we're being honest about it, but the fact that out of the 4, it was the 2 bottom ones, you can't really say it was a successful season. But I feel like it was a good season. As a fan, it was a good season. Like obviously it hurt at the end because the last game was losing the final of the Champions League. But overall, if you gave that to us at the beginning of the season after what happened the year before with all the injuries and that, it was a good season, man. Like we came back. No one thought we were going to come back. Pundits were having us to finish 4th on that. So I can't really, from a fan point of view, it was good. But yeah, I can't sit here with chest and be like, yeah, we had a 6 season last year and that, because it weren't sick. It weren't sick. We didn't win the league, like you said, didn't win the Champions League. Like that point of view, it was dead still. But and I just think, just to quickly, I think 5th and 6th. I think
I was just checking to see if you're going to make any excuses, but hey, you're good.
Nah, come on,
listen. No excuses from me, Gal. I said from day one, if we don't win I'm not even really trying to see the Champions League. If I'm being honest, I'm not trying to be picky or anything. But for me, I want that Prem, because if Pep gets 5-1, bro, that's dead, man. That is dead. I don't want to hear any Pep Klopp era. That's not an era, bro. Like you just lie down and let man win 4 leagues on your head top. Like we need to win the league this season. I'll take the Champions League, but we need to win the league. That's what I'm thinking of. So, but yeah, I think United will finish 6th and then 5th. Chelsea. Yeah, I don't think I'll get Champions League still.
All right, say nothing. Before we go to my guy Roms, quickly. Again, there's 290 people up in here.
I'm gonna have to go because I have work in like 10 minutes.
All right, say nothing. I'm gonna let you do your thing. But listen, guys, before these man dip out, please continue to hit that like button before we go. Before you go, Patrick, I know you gotta go. Egal, you gotta go. Thank you ever so much for jumping on. Much appreciated, man. And I hope it hasn't been too toxic, innit? Before you go, I think we have pretty much settled on City, Liverpool. I think it's Arsenal. Tottenham. We'll have to talk about Arsenal and Chelsea and that, and Man United will sit. Before you go, Patrick, who do you think is going to be top scorer?
Oh, that's a good one. I think Salah. I keep saying this, and I'm not going to change. This is Salah's league. I said it. I've said it many times. This is his league. It belongs to him. So Haaland and Nunes are outsiders. These are like people who are coming into his yard. So for them to take him down, man, I just think he will score, regardless of the fact that now he has to feed a striker. I know Salah. He will still score in that Liverpool team. So for me, it's still Salah for me. This season is still Salah. Maybe the next seasons, these younger guys will take over, but for the meantime, it's Salah.
No worries. Listen, before you go, let everyone know where they can find you, please. And thank you for jumping on, man.
Yo, Brighton.
Thank you. Yeah, but you want to go ahead.
Brian have denied.
Brighton just denied Cucurella agreements.
Them man are moving.
Them man, I'm not having it. I tried to tell man because Dap said this. Dap came on and said, listen, they valued him at 30. They told him you're worth 30, which I think is mad. And then obviously them man have come in. They said, no, we're not talking unless you bring 50 to the table. So we knew how they were acting.
Yeah, they valued him at 35. They told the agent that 35 would take him out. Then they changed later on and said they want 50.
I gotta go.
They that 60.
I gotta go catch a bus, but I'm gonna appreciate having you on, man. You guys already know what it is. Catch you guys on the next one.
No way.
EGTV, yeah. Let them know before you go. EGTV, yeah.
100%, man. I'm gonna be doing a show tomorrow, a similar show. I got vibes from the 6 coming back tomorrow. We're gonna be just talking about some of the games, not about predictions for the season, but some of the games. So yeah, come check it out. I think we're gonna be doing it around 7 to 8. So I'm not sure, or 8 to 7. I don't know, 8 to 9. I think I'm confused myself. But yeah,
say none. But I'll put his thing in the thing. But like, Egal, thank you so much, man. And Patrick, I know you got a dip, but before you go, obviously let them know where they can find you, man.
No way, guys. They have denied the Cucurella deal right on the official Brighton page. It's right on the official betting page. They're saying no agreement.
Yesterday's price is not today's price, bro. They're not messing about. They said,
my God, they said, nope, we haven't agreed.
That's going to anger a lot of people.
That's mad.
Yeah,
I rate it.
Chelsea are just getting violated, bro. What's
bodied all over the shop. All over the shop.
But before you go, Patrick, where can they find you, please? Let them know. It's dying. Man's dying. Oh, shit.
Okay, good. Woo! Wow. Okay, you can find me on the True City Fan channel, but big up to Brighton, and Kukurela. Big up to you guys. And big up to you, Chelsea. Big up to you, Chelsea, man. Okay, see you, man.
Nah, love, man.
Hey, that's the case. It's not here and now. You men are fifth, blood. Arsenal are fourth.
Oh my days! I'm telling you. Nah, I love Patrick, man. Have a good one, my guy. Love. Oh shit!
That's so crazy, fam.
That's crazy. What are they playing at though? Seriously, like all jokes aside, they're gonna have a player who's going to be pissed, bro. Like, I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense. And you could easily have got 50 mil. What was the bid, by the way? Was it 50?
I literally just see it right now. It says it's 50 million. It says Chelsea is between more than 50 million, and Levi Colwill on the verge of joining Brighton with apparently he's got a buyback clause as well. So.
Hey, salute Brighton. Yeah, trust me, co-op. Salute Brighton, you know. They got the cojones, bruv. They said not today, bruv. Where you going? You better sit on this bench and cook with your curly hair. All right. So what we said I think collectively. Oh, before we do that, Roms, my Don, bold you with your top 6 predictions.
Wait, can you not hear me? I think my audio is a bit higgy. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you live.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna run through it quite quick. Obviously, we spent a bit of time on this, but this, like me and Kaz have said, this is currently in it. By the end of the window, a few signings change this whole thing. But as it stands, it kills me to say this. I pray it don't happen, but I still think City just do it. It will kill me to see another 3-peat, but they'll do it because it's saying issue or no. I've kept saying we actually need another midfield to win the league, but then I deeped it. I was chatting with Mont. I don't think we do, but we need Fabinho and Thiago to stay fit throughout the course of the season. And let's be real, the Thiago injury is inevitable. God forbid it happens, but it's inevitable. So with that being said, I think City will pip us to the league. I think we finish second. Spurs third. The reason why I say this is because you can't ignore what Conte did back in the last season.
Ethan's face, you know, he's loving.
Big up, Rams, man.
Even trying to do the humble thing.
Do you know I have to big up Robs because he knows the energy is not reciprocated, but he still does.
I'm honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest with it. And the thing is, since Conte's appointment, you cannot. I think Tottenham are 3-4 points off Liverpool and City. You can't ignore that. Yeah. So, and now he's added quality. But one thing I will say, Ethan,
what did you just say? Spurs are 3-4 points off of Liverpool.
Since Conte's appointment,
maybe not 3-4. No. Since Conte's appointment, last season. 3-4 points off.
Yeah, in terms of that's
getting slept on so much.
I thought you meant that he's 3-4 points off next season. He'll be near.
You know what it is? He's just saying in terms of that. You know what he's trying to say. In terms
this is where me and Ethan disagree because I think we're still gapping Spurs. He thinks he's going to be in and around us. It'll be at least a 10-point gap between Liverpool and Spurs. I'll stand
at least 10.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. You're
still 10, not. So if you're getting 80, I'm getting 70. You're getting 90, I'm getting 80.
Yeah. But we're getting like 95 again, so you'll get 85. That's good for you, man.
Yeah. I don't know who you think. I don't know who you think you are, bro. To think you're gonna be anything closer than 10 points.
I promise you. You heard what Rom said. The gap when Conte was appointed was 4 points, bro. 4 points.
No, but listen,
yeah, but that's in the league. That's in the league. Sorry, Rom. Do your thing.
You see the Spurs as well. What I'll say, Ethan, though, out of all your signings, the only one that goes straight into your first 11. Do you know what I'm saying? Opening day of the season. It's Basuma. I'm even hearing he's injured. Jed Spence, for me, don't start. He'll eventually be a star, but he doesn't start straight away. The rest...
Nah, bro. Over Romero. Surely.
I say Perisic as well.
Emerson.
You see, sorry. Perisic and Basuma are 2 stars. I think Jed will get slowly integrated, yeah? And I'm sticking with this team on top 4. I know Lanaris has got to roll his eyes, but I do think it will be Arsenal. I just feel... I know, apart in Gabriel Jesus' injury, it can be techie for them. But I just think some way, somehow, it's been too long. Football will be kind to them. They'll scrape that fourth. I think them and Chelsea is going to be tight, but they're going to scrape that fourth. It'll probably be a point in it, and I think Chelsea will just
Rams. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, bro. Can I just say, football was kind to them last season. Football was kind to them last season.
It wasn't kind enough. It wasn't kind enough. It wasn't kind enough, bro. But listen, I think Chelsea will just miss out and finish fifth. United sixth. But you know one thing I'll say about United, yeah? I think, and God forbid this happens, but United are going to win the Europa League. I'm actually deep in it. United will win the Europa League. I think Ten Hag, there's going to come a point of the season where Ten Hag kind of goes, you know what? The avenue for top four is looking sticky. Let me prioritize Europa League. And he's got that European pedigree. What he done with that Ajax team, I don't think people are deep in, bro. Like, he's knocked out some European giants. So I think, Kaz, I don't know if Kaz agrees, but sixth in Europa League for United, I think that's a good first season. European silverware and a direct avenue into Champions League.
I think it's definitely easier as well, bro. It's easier.
That's back to where they were with Jose.
This is the thing, yeah.
Full circle.
It is. That's the maddest thing. We never capitalized after Jose Mourinho. That's when Man United really and truly should have bucked up their ideas to press on. You understand? Like after finishing second, doing all that kind of stuff, etc., should have backed him fully. But then again, at that time he wanted like Perisic and Martial out and all that kind of thing. At this rate, should have done it. But yeah, you know what? You will see United fans get gassed when we're slapping goals against I don't know who, bro, again and again. Like, do you get what I mean? People gonna rack up their tally. That kind of stuff.
I said you're an absolute warrior, you know.
I've been saying this when he's got a secret love,
bro. I'm on to you for the Jesus thing, bro. I'm on to you for the Jesus thing, man.
Hello, mate.
You know what it stemmed from? I said Jesus get 20 plus legal. The man think it's absurd. So they're like, you must be a secret Arsenal fan. That's just what I think. I can't say that with Chess when he was at City. I'm not bigging up the ops like that. But Arsenal, they're little man to us. They don't affect us, bro. So,
but 20
you know, and I genuinely think that. I genuinely think you'll finish us.
Do you know what's crazy? I wish we had this show yesterday. The All or Nothing's coming out at midnight, so isn't it?
I know it's gonna change everything.
It's gonna be so juicy.
I'm playing up. I'm back in the red one.
Have you even seen them?
Are you dumb, bro?
Man played the Apple music at training.
Yeah. They tried to turn up the volume on that as well, and they got slapped.
And you know what they tried to do? You know what they tried to do? You know what they tried to do? The shameless Arsenal guys. They try to be smart of it, but didn't we draw 0-0 first? Nah, brother, that's a slap you 4-0.
4.
No, but these men are trying to do, but it's not the same 4-0 as before. I said, brother, what's going on? They're like, yeah, but we used to have 4-0 first half. Like I said, 4-0, shut them out, man.
You know what the most embarrassing thing of the summer is, yeah?
Wait, one second, Ladimus. Go on, Cass, what are you saying?
The most embarrassing thing of the whole summer, yeah, is what I've just seen a preview of with Arteta bringing out music of Anfield and trying to pretend that they're at Anfield during training, bro.
What Ish was just saying, bro. It's
embarrassing. That's what he just said, bro, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
It's actually embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. It's shocking, bro.
And the way you try to make it clear, the way you try to relate it back to Spanish heritage, that this is what we call it in
There's a word for it. The word is you bumble.
Hey, don't go.
You pussyo. That's the word, rude boy. Look it up. Urban Dictionary.
But it's embarrassing.
You're a dickhead.
But yeah, I'm delusional for saying they'll finish seventh, and he's one of the worst managers in the league. I'm the delusional one. Bro. I'm the delusional one. Yeah, but you know, if Tuchel did that and we get slapped 4-0, it's a problem. But whatever.
All right. So we've got. All right. So how's this sounding to man? Like, so Ish, I'm with you, bro. Deep down, I don't think the team, if I'm being honest, is good enough to overcome City. But there is no way that Klopp's sitting there and is going to allow these men to 3P on his bumble hole. So, like, you know, he must know something I don't. So,
there's a little trick. There's something.
Yeah, he knows something, bruv. He's got something. He's got some say you bean or something. I don't know, bruv. He's got something in it. But cool. I think personally we're going to win, but it's not the consensus. So, so City, us, Tottenham pretty much is the consensus. That's locked down. Then it gets a bit, So amongst us, because them lot, that's the privilege of being still in the stream and them man left. We get to really pattern up the last. Do you know what I'm saying? Was it? I'm getting a consensus. It's Arsenal
for fourth.
Chelsea, Man United. That's how it. That's what we've kind of agreed on. Obviously, individual people. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I think it's not bad. Cool. And before we get out of it, obviously, I asked them lot. Still 257 people up in here, and the likes are not. The ratio is not great. You know them way there. So please hit the like button. I'm begging you. Like, it's free. And big up everyone that's in the chat earlier. Everyone that's been, you know what I mean, pushing it. Appreciate you. All right. So let's go to Ethan. Give me who's gonna get golden boot. Who's gonna get top assist. Who's gonna get golden glove? All three. Bang.
Someone all golden boot, golden glove as well. Yeah.
Golden glove.
I'm gonna say
assist. Let's do this.
The maestro thing, the assist thing, I'm gonna go with Trent. Glove, I'm gonna say Edison. And with the whole goal scorer thing, someone mentioned Richarlison, innit? No one deeps how much of a threat fresh Kane is. Kane's bagged like what? I think it was his highest tally, 28 goals or 30 goals in the Prem or some shit like that. But he only done that when we had a backup striker. Since that time, we haven't had a backup striker, innit? So a fresh Kane who's hungry, who's watched Son and Salah take the golden boot last year. I think Salah's on his third golden boot. Bro, Kane's bagging like 25 plus goals this season, sorry. That's facts. Like, he's going to be refreshed, hopefully.
Don't make me have to change up my striker in FPL, Ethan. Stop chatting to me, brother. Like,
don't make me against Southampton as well. Captain against Southampton.
Days, man.
Telling you. But yeah, I'm going to go Kane still. Definitely.
Yeah. So
you're not saying Son, no?
Especially with all that bullshit he had last season with looking to leave to go City as well. That disrupted his season. He still got, 17 goals. I don't even know how many assists, but bro, he's loaded this season. Proper pre-season, been looking sharp.
Golden boot for Kane, yeah, is what you're saying, yeah?
Definitely, 100%.
Assist, Trent.
Yeah, Trent and then Edison, golden glove.
Edison for the golden glove. Man said it with chest, Ethan. Yeah, not even chest, like, bro. Salah's league, he runs this league, and he's saying it like that.
Bro, I hear it. Trust me, I hear it.
What about Son?
I think Money. Nah, Son will drop off. Probably like 15, 16. Yeah, Son will drop off. He had a fluke season. I can't lie.
He just had a mad patch at the end, didn't it? Last 10 games, he was moving crazy.
And it got to the point where Kane literally's game has focused on getting goals. So it's due to switch back to what it was before.
And so Big Bro's back.
Is his knees gonna? Yeah, all right, okay. I'm just saying, all right. Latimus, what you telling me?
Bro.
All three, run.
Top goal scorers. Kane and Haaland share it. I think Salah. Well, some people who still doubt Salah's tech and all that, quote unquote. Salah's going to win the golden boot, and the glove. I'll say Alisson and Edison share it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly.
Okay.
I think Salah, Salah will be in it. Salah will be in it for the golden boot, but I think his game this season will probably be more focused on creating than getting the goals.
Right, you're loud. Trudon says Arteta doing up stars in their eyes. Tonight, Matthew, we're playing Liverpool. You're taking the piss. All right,
that's a goal show right there.
Trust me, goat show. Ish, what are you telling me?
Word to Patrick, bro. Word to what Patrick was saying earlier. This is Salah's league, bro. Salah has the keys to the Prem. Like, it's not. I reckon until he leaves, he's going for all the accolades, man. Like, he's one behind Henry's record of the most golden boots. So yeah, I think he's getting it this season. I think some way somehow, bags pens. Even the thing is with Salah, even if he's not on top 4, we get quite a lot of pens. Let's not lie. He's gonna eat it somehow, innit? So even he can go 5 games without a goal from open play, but we might get 2-3 pens in that time. So I think he's still gonna eat. Assists. I'm trying to think of anyone that might. You know what? I think KDB will cook again this season. I think he'll be up there. I think Trent will be up there as well. I think it'll be between one of them two still. Again, it's the usual suspects. I know we're getting new players into the league, but I think the top dogs in this league, they're still about. They're not really showing any signs of dropping off. So I'll go Trent because he's Liverpool, and then I'll go clean sweep, Golden Glove, Alisson as well. I think he's had it every season he's been in the Prem, bar the one where Van Dijk got injured 1920. I think he's got like 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4, whatever. So I can't really look past him. I think Edison looked a bit mealy towards the end of last season. Even in the game last week, he weren't really looking like the same. Even like the distribution and that, which he's meant to be good for, weren't really looking too good in that. So yeah, man, Liverpool clean sweep, Liverpool title winners. That's just what I'm on right now.
Jeez, it's sitting in the chest, bro. 44 in the chest.
I have to, bro. I have to.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I respect it. Roms, what are you telling me, brother?
You know they say sharing is caring. No, I'm joking, but Latimus literally took the words out of my mouth. Golden Glove, I think, is shared between Alisson and Edison, and another award shared. I think Kane and Salah get the same amount of goals, bro. They're sharing it. I don't think either of them get outright. I think they both end up on 26 goals. If I have to even be detailed, 26 goals. Salah and Kane will share an assist. I can't lie. I think it will be De Bruyne. I think Haaland he'll be a bit slow to get started, but when he gets going, I think De Bruyne is just going to be feeding him, bro. Feeding him. So, yeah, I have De Bruyne outright assists. Salah and Kane joint Golden Boot, and Edison and Alisson joint Golden Glove.
All right. Cass. Talk to me, bro. What you saying?
Chelsea get Fofana and that, then I would have said Mendy, you know. I can't lie, because Tuchel's more defensive, if anything. But I've got to give it to Alisson. I think that would be the case. Golden Boot.
Bare regret coming from through gritted teeth and that. Look at him. Alisson.
Yeah, it's just. I think it'll probably be a race. It'll probably be a race between Son and Salah, man. So actually, you know what? Yeah, because they're not even going to World Cup on that, and people are going to come back dead and that.
Yeah.
So,
fact.
So,
Son's going. Son's going, I think.
They qualified, isn't it?
Yeah,
he'll be back early. He'll be back early though. Come on, man. Let's not mess about. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I hear it.
All right. Did you? So you said Alisson. Who did you say assist?
Assist probably KDB, man.
Okay. I think I'm probably going to agree. I think it's going to be KDB for the assist. Ethan's rattled me. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Ethan has rattled me.
Say it, bro. Say it.
It's all right. He's got in my head, bro. He's got in my head. I think
he looked good as well. He looked good.
Yeah, he's been on right. You know when a man's talking and you're like,
yeah. You don't even want to hear it too.
I love it, bro.
Bro, just say there's no shame, fam.
I've got to do that. No, but Salah's gonna cook though. Salah's going to cook, and they're both not going. I think they're gonna share the thing still. Because again, like I said, who's on
Kane and Salah or Son and Salah?
Kane and Salah. Who's on pen duties? Kane, innit? Yeah. Kane and Salah. Kane and Salah gonna.
How many are you going for?
I don't want Salah to share another one. Salah share like 2 of them.
Well, I can't lie, you man.
Outright.
And Ethan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think after New Year's Day, Kane was only on 1 league goal, then he just shot up to 7.
Bro, I don't think it was 1. I think it was like 2 or 3, bro.
It was like 3.
Kane's in my field, bro. I'm changing it around. You done it.
Yeah, Rob, big man thing, bro. You done it.
That's like 13, 14 goals in like 19 games. That's mad.
He got double.
I think he definitely got more than Salah. I think he got more than Salah still.
He just woke up. He just woke up. Now I'm just
violence.
It's madness.
Violence. But that's what Conte said to me. He woke up. Violence. He said, "Yeah, I'm on it. Right? Doing this thing." And that reminds me as well. To be fair, listen, go on the community page. Obviously, just set up the FPL. So go and get involved and see if you can bat up the thing still. And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do. Probably maybe a shirt of your choice or something, but there will be a prize for whoever tries to, do you know what I mean, come first. So make sure you go over there and support. All right, yeah, man. I think for myself, I think KDB for the assist, Kane and Salah to share the Golden Boot, and Alisson. I can't look past Alisson. Ram said that. He said the best in the league's getting the Golden Boot, and that's Alisson. You get me? No long term. Listen, guys, I can't thank you enough for coming through certain man's belly. I've heard them. I've heard certain man's belly, you know, whilst I've been doing.
Mine's been wrong.
Like, yo, I know it's techie. Everyone other than Ethan looking all like he wants to sleep. Like he wants to sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's it you had again? What's it called?
Biryani, fam, Indian.
Yeah, Indian little biryani
chicken or lamb?
Hey, we're not doing that now. Wait, we're not doing that. Let me close out. We'll do it in the background. No. But listen. Love for everyone that showed up. Even Patrick, Igal. Do you know what I mean? It was tasty. It was definitely a good one. Like I said, I've put everyone's channel description in the description. So make sure you're going over. Never a Foul are going live. When you going live, Cass? Pretty much nowish.
Pretty much.
Wait for me to shut up. Wait for me to shut up. Really, like, you know them way there, and they're going, then they're doing their thing. So please, I was trying to do some stuff in the background, but I couldn't. But just go over, never a foul. Do you know what I mean? Just go over and go and see what them man are doing, because they are doing big stuff. And again, guys, thank you ever so much. Ethan, let the people know your socials. Do you know what I mean? Whatever, where they can find you before we dip out.
Yeah, just Twitter at Big Sixpence and also Instagram at Big Sixpence. We're trying to do shows daily. Actually, a lot of these guys are on, or everyone is actually quite regular on the show, which is great. Appreciate it. But everyone smash a like on this video. It's been great.
Yeah, man. And the likes, you know what I mean? Come on, man. People have been in here and they've been enjoying. So please hit that like button. Lad the Merce, rattling, man. Let them know, my guy. Look at this guy. Bear Cucurella.
We call him the Arsenal bully, bro.
Yeah, yo, no, I'm telling you, man, come like Undertaker. What are you telling me?
Yeah, I've seen some people say in the chat I'm vexed about Cucurella. I mean, not really, because he's not my preference of left wing backs to bring in. But you know, he's still good. I'm not going to be stupid and say he's not. So if we get him, we do. If we don't, like Cucurella is not the difference to why we make top four. It's not that hard to do, but it is what it is. Yeah, you can catch me on socials. I'll be here sometimes when we play Liverpool and we smoke them. I'll be on Big Sixpence. You know, never a foul. It is what it is. I was joking about that, by the way.
No, you weren't joking. Well, I'm coming for you for that. Love Assad, man. Said man call him Alison Escobar because of the distribution, you know. Breeze. Are you dumb?
Man's noting that down.
That's a bar, bro. That's a real bar, bro. Like, come on, Assad. I like that one still. Cass, listen, let them know, and then I'll shut up and you can go and stream. Well, go on, tell them.
Yeah, man, just never a foul. Like, that's all you need to know. Don't need to follow me on don't need to follow me on socials. Don't really like none of you, anyways. In the comments. Okay, so
it's like that. Yeah,
you know, like that.
All right. So, boom. That's my.
I said it.
I thought he dipped. I was gonna say, bro.
Nah, bro. You can't have Man United man on Liverpool trying to talk and spicy. You gotta keep him on his toes, bro. You gotta let him know. You know what I'm saying? Nah, come on. Trafford Tunnel as well. They're doing big things. So don't. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Make sure you lot go and support that and that. My guys, man. Let them know. Not all of you at one time, innit? Just, you know what I mean? Just.
I was waiting for Romsey. I thought Romsey was gonna go.
I didn't even know you speak to us then.
It's my gang, innit? Get me? What?
Socials, Ramel, Andre, the L is a 1. Yeah, that's all my socials. And quickly, big up Jerry James, because tomorrow we've got a Fulham versus Liverpool preview at 5. So tomorrow catch me on Jerry James show. But yeah.
I love
it. Secure. That's my number. See,
listen. This is the thing. Sorry, from now, yeah. When we do a Chelsea and Liverpool preview, Assad, you're up here, bro. You're showing face. You're with Vladimir. You're showing face. You have a lot to say in the comment.
Yeah. Yeah, now for real though. Love for the love done. Ish, let them know, man.
Come on, bro. Thanks for having me on as well. You know what it is anyway, man. This is home, innit? But first of all, I want to say, people in the comments and that, make sure you go slap up the like. If you're gonna do it after the show, do it now before we end. But yeah, make sure you get that done, because you might have turning up to a barbecue without your own plate right now, so it's a bit rude. So make sure you lot are slapping their like. It's quick. It's quick.
Free.
But yeah, socials. It's true, bro. Man, I just turned up to the cook-up. Turning up to the cook-up empty-handed. It's peak. It's peak. But yeah, socials. Obviously, the equalizer _ so you get your captions and all your content and that, and then the Twitter, D-Generation-ish. But yeah, we got content coming pretty much daily in it. Bits here and there.
Is.
Jerry James show as well here and there. Klopp zone here and there as well. So yeah, we're active, man. We're active. But yeah, like I said, this one's home, innit? This one's home.
Come on. Now listen, love every single person. Cass, Ethan, Latimus. Do you know what I mean? Like Ish, Roms, Patrick, everyone that showed some. Do you know what I mean? Time to come on. Even a guy with his shit talking self. Nah, I love the guy, man. I'm playing literally love everyone. Thanks for the support. Please hit the like on your way out. Go and follow Never Foul. Go and jump on that stream, and we're out. Get me? Boom.